Hello and welcome back, y'all. We found another intriguing One Piece subreddit post that I want to talk about today. For full context, I read the title and nothing more. I saw it had a lot of upvotes and comments, and I was like, yo, we can have a discussion off of this. So without further ado, let me switch the screen for you guys so you can see what I see. It says right here, am I the only one hyped to see Urouge? I thought this was really interesting, mainly because we haven't honestly seen him a lot in the anime or manga. All the Supernova have been putting in some massive work. Kid-in-law spoilers have just defeated an emperor. So now it's like, yo, like what can Urouge do? Last we saw, he was on Whole Cake Island and he was on a couple cover pages. That's it. So let's read this together, shall we? He is the Supernova that we know the least of and had the least amount of airtime. Close to Bonnie, but since she appeared, we've had some vague idea of what her goals are. I honestly think we have no idea what her goals are, but, you know, fair enough. I think that some of my hype comes from the fact that he was the first to defeat high-tier foes, like one of the Sweet Commanders, and other being the fact that hyped me up is the fact that his hobby is lovemaking. Dude has... Is that a thing? Dude has no chill. One fact that hyped me up is that his hobby is lovemaking. Okay, wait, this ain't real. Pardon the really bright screen, but I had to look this up for myself. SBS-based trivia. This is usually where we find the random information. Urouge's birthday is August 1st. It comes from his pirate crew name, the Fallen Monk Pirates, since 8-1 can be derived from Ha. Urouge's name was taken from a real-life 16th century Ottoman pirate. I can't even pronounce that. Otis said that Urouge's weapon is an oversized pencil. Are you... Wait, what? I thought it was a pillar. What? It's an oversized pencil? All right, I did not know that. I thought he just had a pillar with him like an actual monk. But I guess it's just a freaking pencil. All right. Urouge's favorite foods are adzuki beans and pork. His least favorite is vegetables. If One Piece was set in the real world, then Urouge would be from India. If he was not a pirate, then he'd be a cabaret club manager. Where is Oda pulling this from? Urouge's hobby, oh my god, it's true. Urouge's hobbies are drinking alcohol, engaging in lovemaking, and you know what? On the side, the dude likes to climb some mountains. Mountain climbing is his hobby. His flower resembles a daisy. His animal resemblance is an elephant. I could see that. All right, I guess we all just learned something new about Urouge today. Honestly, I think Urouge is mad hype, not just because he is the mad monk, but I like his ability. I don't know if it's devil fruit or if it's just something that he's learned to do over the years, but it looks like every time the dude takes damage, he just gets stronger, right? Like you hit him once, he returns that attack twofold. He reminds me of Bergamo from Dragon Ball Super, where every time Goku hits him, Bergamo gets bigger and stronger. That is Urouge. That is his ability. That is what he's all about. I love that this post up here, it's like, oh yeah, I think some of my hype comes from the fact that he was the first to defeat a high-tier foe, like one of the Sweet Commanders. Yo, I think you hyping him up too much from that, man. He defeated Snack. Bro, whoa, let's look this dude up together. One Piece Commander Snack. Yo, does this guy even have... Oh my... Bro, this guy has like no images about him. Look at this. Has Urouge being beaten around. And then, oh my god, it's Commander Snack. Oh, holy crap. You guys remember Commander Snack? He gave Katakuri a run for his money. This is not really a feat. Dude, Charlotte Snack got slapped so badly, Big Mom didn't even put him back on this position. She literally said, hey, maybe I don't need another Sweet Commander. Maybe 4 is too much, because the gap must have been huge for her to not even put Snack back on the map. Yo, Luffy and crew was on Whole Cake Island, and we did not even see this dude. This dude played no role whatsoever. Yo, who are the other dudes in Whole Cake Island? Wait, let me see. Big Mom family. Who else is up in here? Yo, like... Look at this. Snack isn't even considered in this picture right here. They have these random characters I don't even know their names. Who are the people on the bottom row? Who are these two down here? Who's her? We don't even know these dudes. Snack isn't even here. He's not even listed with the nobodies. What about this? Perospero, Katakuri, Daifuku, Oven, Cracker, Charlotte, Chiffon, Lola, Charlotte Pudding, Flambe. Yo, where's Snack at? Nobody gives a heck about Snack. I try not to swear as much. I had a really bad swearing problem, so if you wonder why I replaced some words with silly things, that's why. Let's see what the comments have to say. Let's be 100% honest here. Urouge is the sole reason why Kaido survived the fall from Sky Island. Wait, what? The great Mad Monk saw how that was utterly suicidal and decided to pray for him, achieving a miracle and having him survive the fall. Good guy Urouge, man. Actually, Kaido didn't fall from the Sky Island. Urouge actually beat him off of it, man. Urouge took down Kaido years ago. And we're just not realizing how cool he is. Let's see what the next comment says. I wonder if the ability he likely has of absorbing damage and using it to gain extra strength work so he can put it on others. Imagine the saved up power he got from Kaido's fall. Could be a lot, or it could be nothing if it depends on how much the guy, in this case Kaido, actually got hurt. I think that, nah. I mean, okay, so if this was a devil fruit, like if this devil fruit was absorbing damage and redistributing it, then his awakening could be absorbing everybody's damage and redistributing it. But I really don't think he has that ability. Let's see here. Let's see the next comment. The only reason Cracker defeated him easily was because he was already exhausted. Just saying. Also, I like his chat smile. The only reason Cracker defeated him easily was because he was exhausted. Honestly, you could have two Urouges. You could have two of these dudes. And I don't think he could take down Cracker. No offense. Not throwing a lot of shade. It sounds like a lot of shade's being thrown. I don't think Urouge could take down Cracker. Not on his good day. No way. No way. It took Gear 4th Luffy and Rain to take down Cracker. Dude, Luffy had to unlock a new mode of Gear 4th to take down Cracker. No way Urouge would have beaten him. No freaking way. Cracker seems like a bad matchup based on the little we know about his fruit. Urouge takes in the damage of his power, then puts that power in a big way. But Cracker's Biscuit soldiers are all identical in power and are likely only a mid-tier power output with strong defense. So it becomes a stamina fight. Urouge would have to keep taking damage with each Biscuit soldier and have to use more of that power to get past the defense. Dude, I mean, even with this, like I'm saying, Urouge would not win. Because Cracker, when he was fighting Luffy, created thousands of freaking soldiers. Urouge couldn't even handle one, let alone 2, 3, or 4. No freaking way. No freaking way. Even if it was raining, and, you know, like Luffy's situation where it was raining, I really don't think Urouge would still beat him. And the reason I say that is because Luffy, the way he defeated Cracker, was by absorbing him into him, because Cracker was constantly running away, just sending soldier after Luffy. So I don't think Urouge has like the speed to even catch up to him, to be honest. He's a man with the big pencil for a weapon. I'm in. Wow. How do people really know all these information about Urouge? People get hyped about this dude apparently. He might also be in possession of the last road poneglyph. What? He might be in possession of the last road poneglyph. In the Roger flashback, we saw that Roger and crew were in a lightning-prone island, just like Raijin Island right before they found their road poneglyph in the next panel. Who else do we know went to Raijin Island? None other than our friend, hyped, beastly Supernova, Ma D Monk Urouge. Oh my gosh, the setup of the D clan again. Oh my god, he's another D. Yo, that's kind of wild. When I first read the first sentence, I thought this dude was insane. Not a bad theory. Not a bad theory at all. I still don't think that he has the last road poneglyph, but I give this guy a B-. I like the theory, but I really don't think a Supernova would have a road poneglyph. There's no freaking way. And if it's that easily found, like just on a random island, nah. I feel like somebody has to be guarding the last road poneglyph. It cannot be an easy feat. I'm honestly expecting Shanks to have the last road poneglyph and to be guarding it from pirates who are not worthy of it. That's my personal theory. You know, take it how you will. He was the strongest Supernova pre-time skip. He was the strongest Supernova pre-time. Oh my god. The only one who put up a fight with the Pacifista. He's been flying under the radar for far too long. I hope Oda has something sick planned for him because he has so much potential. Whoa, I have a problem with the first sentence. He was the strongest supernova pre-time skip. A show of hands in the comment section. Who believes that this is true? Because I honestly don't. He put up a fight with the Pacifista. They all did. They all put up a fight with the Pacifista. Urouge lost to him. Yes, Luffy needed his crew against him. And yes, like, you know, Luffy would not win one-on-one against a Pacifista. But I think that Luffy, Law, Kid, Zoro, they put up better fights against the Pacifista and won. Compared to Urouge, who literally hit the dude twice and then lost. It's not really... I think this is a bad take right here. But I do think he has been flying under the radar for a long time, though. I hope he does have something cool planned for him because he does have a lot of potential. But yeah, first part, trash. Trash take. I'd be happy if he's the 10th Titanic captain, as it could be the only way he'd be relevant in the story. I agree with this to a point. We still need to have our 10th Titanic captain revealed to us. But I really don't think it should be Urouge. I think there's better ways to make him relevant to the story. Like, you know, maybe he does have the road poneglyph like the dude up there said. And he is guarding that on Raijian Island. But at the same time, he doesn't really seem like a villain to me. He really doesn't seem like a villain. Okay, I'm gonna ignore that. That's just a crazy theory right there, I can already tell. I am definitely looking forward to seeing him. He seems like he'll be an ally, but can never really know. And Edward Weevil is another I am excited to see. I can honestly see Edward Weevil being an ally to the Straw Hats. He just seems like such a goofy character that he would follow suit with Luffy. Luffy and Edward Weevil, I'm saying it right here, they're going to be good friends. Absolutely. I think Urouge may be one of the strongest, most important, and most powerful supernova at the same level as Luffy, Kid, and the Law Trio. Bro, this dude skipped Zoro. This dude skipped Killer. He said tier above them. He said above Zoro, above Killer. He's up there with Luffy, Kid, and Law. Yo, this dude could take down a Yonko, man. Holy crap. That's kind of crazy. His karmic powers, pain received converted to strength, at first sight seem cool and absolutely broken. See, the thing with this power is that it's not broken because he takes the damage still. If he absorbed the damage and he was a-okay, that would be broken. But he still feels the pain, and that's why he loses. That's why he lost against the Pacifista. That's why he lost against Cracker. Like, he has limits. At the end of the day, he is limited to his own body and what damage he could take. Like, if you think about his ability as a whole, to use your ability, you literally have to take a hit. You have to be beaten. So if the guy, like, you know, for example, never hits you, you would never get stronger, which is kind of like a paradox, but you know what I mean. I wrote a theory right now about how the Straw Hats may meet him in two possible scenarios and islands. He could either meet him at Raijian Island or Elbaf. I think Elbaf might actually be where Urouge is from. I wouldn't be too surprised. I think if he does want to be relevant to the story, we have to meet him pretty soon. Because with how the story is paced and how fast we're moving, he needs to be like up next. It's been speculated that he's a Birkin, so I think he may or have some connection with Enel. Maybe even holding a grudge and going for revenge against him. And we may see it throughout his backstory about the destruction of Burka. So yes, he does seem to be around the same race as Enel. I don't think that he necessarily has a big connection with Enel though. I mean, Enel was a really bad guy, right? Like, he had a god complex, he was ruling Skypiea with an iron fist, he got rid of their original citizens and knocked them out to the lower levels. Like, I don't think anybody really liked Enel except for Enel's subordinates. So, if anything, I feel like he would be thankful to Straw Hat for defeating Enel, if he even knows about Enel. I don't know if he'd be an ally to the Straw Hats or a straight villain opponent, but regardless, I'm incredibly elated by the prospect of seeing the Mad Monk in action. Like I said before, I think he will be an ally, just like all the other Supernova. Oda has had this theme of all the Supernova being allies to Luffy, so I don't know why he would start now with Urouge being against Straw Hat. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Urouge Indian, me Indian, yeah. Yes, I love that one. I'm even more hyped to learn about Bonnie. Same. Bonnie, I mean, you know, granted, Urouge could have just as much depth as Bonnie, but right now, Bonnie is definitely more mysterious, just based off of all the connections she has with Akainu, with Blackbeard, and with Marie Joie and Kuma. Like, she has so much potential with her that is being foreshadowed. Unlike, you know, Urouge, which I feel like he will have that type of foreshadowing and impact of the story, but right now we just don't see it. Dude, Urouge will be a menace when he comes back. But wait, when he comes back, he was the first to take out a commander before it was a cool thing to do. Also, it was implied he did it when he first entered the New World, so he didn't have hockey or anything, just pure strength and fruit, and that's crazy. Like I said before, I can't really call it taking down a Yonko commander if that Yonko commander was like demoted the next day. Like Snack was demoted from commander the day afterwards. That's how bad he sucked. Katakuri got beaten by Luffy. You know, Cracker got defeated by Luffy, but they're still considered Yonko commanders. Big Mom still has them as their sweet commanders. Snack got fucking demoted. Urouge and Bonnie are my favorites. I'm curious to see how Kid and Urouge will be connected. Why would they be connected? Are they connected in some shape or form? Because why would they? They are actually named after the same pirate in real life, Eustace the Monk, while Kid gets the Kid part of his name from William the Kid, because Oda split the name up. I think that maybe for some reason. I think he's reading too deep into that one. That's the thing with One Piece theories. I feel like sometimes people look too deep into things and they just like start sounding insane. Like, you see those guys on the side of the road with like signs that say the world is ending. Like, oh my God, I ate a French fry off the floor and all of a sudden 9/11 is going to happen to us. Like, it's like things like that. Like what do you mean? You're insane. Urouge is definitely one of my favorite members of the Supernova. Dude took out a Yonko commander and possibly managed to escape another. He is from the Sky Island, so I'd assume he knows something about the Void Century, Nika, or what's up with Enel's storyline. Not to mention, he has a badass Devil Fruit. There's a lot of potential for Urouge's storyline, and I'm interested to see the role he's going to play. See, I like this one. I mean, minus the Yonko commander part. Sky Island is a banger. Enel, if he has connections with him, banger. If he knows about the Void Century and Nika, banger. Like, Urouge is set up really well, despite being on the screen for very little time. Yo, as soon as I saw Retribution, I was like, this dude's insane. He's in my top 3 Supernova. Then he basically disappeared, and now we have to deal with someone like Apu. Sigh. The thing with the Apu is that I hate Apu. I've hated him from like day 1, day 2. I thought he had a cool ability. And then he signed on with Kaido, and he was like this, you know, bad guy for a little bit. But if you're up to date with the manga, Apu's not that bad. He's siding with Drake, he's fighting CP0, and he's kind of grown on me. Like a cancer that's really just been with me for a long time. Apu is alright. And I feel like if Apu started off bad and turned out good, Urouge, who has a really good starting point, can only go up, right? Like, he's only going to get better from here. This is a hot take, right? I can already see it. I don't really care for him. His design, personality, from what we've seen thus far, plus abilities aren't interesting to me. If he's an excuse to bring Enel back into the story, I'd be happy with that. But as an individual character, he's probably the only one from the worst generation who I don't give a shit about. But who knows? I felt this way with Beige, then was won over by him in Whole Cake Island. It looks like the general consensus is that Urouge is connected to Enel, and he's going to be the reason why Enel comes back. I don't think that's plausible. Like I said, like Enel's goal, Urouge's, you know, quote-unquote goal are very different. Because we don't know Urouge's goal, but we know Enel's goal was to hit the moon. Enel wanted to go to space, and that's where he's at. Enel is literally on the moon fighting space pirates and ruling over a small country of machines. And with that kind of backstory, I really don't know if Enel will ever come back into One Piece. And that's a shame, because I think Enel is a really, really cool character. Okay, let's see what else we have here. I will be mad if Urouge isn't from the D-Clan. We have too many D-Clans, dude. Not everybody can be a D. I feel like this is kind of a bad one. I understand the D clan being a huge thing in the Void Century, but imagine how bad the world government would have to be to just let so many people of the D clan survive. Like, if they could extinguish a lot of Roger's like blood and family line, obviously they missed Ace, but that's only one person. Like, if they missed Ace, but they got people like that dude from Water 7, the guy that built the train and everything and built Roger's ship, if they could get everybody and just miss one person, that's understandable. But the world government missing so many of the D clan, that's insane to me. There's no way. So I'm gonna take a guess and say Urouge is not from the D clan. Too many D's. Too many D's. This mad monk keeps smiling all the time. When faced with death, people from the D clan always smile. I feel like the reason he smiles is because it activates his devil fruit or his ability. I don't think it has to do with the D clan. Again. So I hope this smiling mad lad of Urouge is part of the D clan. Since he is from Skypiea, his role in the lore One Piece will be important too. So the thing with being, you know, from a sky island or being up there in the mountains or whatever, I feel like King kind of stole the spotlight with that. I know it's not necessarily a sky island, but he was on top of the red line. So I almost want to say that King's race is the originators of the Skypieans in the first place. Not me. Why? There's a couple of reasons. The guy only beat Snack, supposedly, and some like to think that's a great feat. I'm not impressed. There's a reason Big Mom instantly demoted Snack for him losing as well. There is no reason to believe Snack is comparable to Cracker or even Pedospedo, who isn't even a sweet commander, but definitely a strong Big Mom pirate. I see Snack more like a Flying Six caliber rather than commander. That guy also had the lowest bounty out of all the Supernova. Bounties don't tell everything, but I don't think Oda will have anything interesting for him. Maybe Skypiean lore, if it will reappear. But Urouge isn't connected to Lunarians. He will likely get the same treatment as Hawkins and Apu. He won't get Law Kid treatment, which will likely upset a lot of fans who expected more out of him. And lastly, nothing Urouge has done or said so far has intrigued me to see more of him. Unlike some other Supernovas at their introduction at Sabaody or reappearance just before the time skip were interesting, Urouge, however, is the least interesting out of all of them. I agree with that. At first, I thought Bonnie was the least interesting character, but with all the small snippets we've had of her throughout the post-time skip One Piece, she's now very interesting. You know, I feel like she is the key to the One Piece almost, with how many people are after her. So yeah, Bonnie definitely bumped up, and Urouge is now on the bottom, unfortunately for me. Like I said, I hope he gets better. I really think he will get better, but as of right now, he is my least favorite Supernova. Let's see here. Let's go down. Oh no, it looks like there's an argument going on here. I can't wait to see this. Come on. When he sees Zoro almost killing the Celestial Dragon, his statement is the best. His statement? What was his statement that he was so impressed by? Oh, I guess, okay, it's right here. Only the first mate, but he's worth 120 million. Doesn't look like the type of guy to obey anyone. His captain must be something else. I mean, that was a really cool statement, but it doesn't hype me up about Urouge. I almost forgot this line, honestly, and looking at it right now, Hawkins and Apu responses are far more interesting. It's not intriguing because we already know Zoro is a beast, and Luffy even more so. Not interesting either. Urouge is just saying what we as a reader already knew. Urouge could not have said it, and it wouldn't have changed anything. This guy's coming in hot. For me, this is just worse for Urouge because Urouge bounty is already lower than 120 million. Zoro was only 108 million. And then he's only hyping up Zoro and Luffy. It's bad to asses the metal of your contemporaries. What the whoa, what does that mean? Oh, it's bad to assess the metal of your contemporaries. Okay, I read that so differently. Chill. Just by reading, haha. Jesus. Is this your brain on power scaling? What's uninteresting about Urouge approaching a gigantic, being omni-coded individual and embodying his role as a priest illusionist to Buddhism to help him process his suicidal ideation and show his respect for other plights through respecting his decisions as well as his reverence for life through offering an unsmiling prayer. That being only the second moment in the series where Urouge lacks a smile, the other while staring at the Lightning Island. Not to mention his brawl with Killer, assessment of Zoro, and labeling of the Celestials as nasty little things, and all around extreme presence and charisma. Urouge has always been amazing. Another amazing character by Oda. And it seems pretty absurd to downplay his strength when he has two piercing, a pacifista, and does a solid post-time skip as far as we know. By the way, Urouge's bounty is a deliberate reference to a holy number in Buddhist belief, and clearly didn't lead him to handling the pacifists less well than the people with higher bounties. What? What did I just read? I mean, the thing is that this dude has some points, right? I mean, the Ludisms to Buddhism, it's definitely there. I mean, he's, you know, technically by Oda, he's Indian, so it's probably something else, some other religion. But at the same time, I feel like this dude, as many points, decent points that he makes, he hits with absolute fan service. Like, he's just clouding his judgment with how much he loves this dude. But yeah, I mean, power scaling Urouge based off of things we haven't seen, and just by him talking and his attitude, isn't really smart, right? Like, power scaling based off of how they act in certain scenarios isn't always the best thing. We have people at random bars in One Piece look at Luffy and they're like, ha ha ha, who's this skinny brat? You know, who's this wannabe pirate? Would you power scale Luffy and say like, oh, like Luffy just got laughed at? I guess his power scaling's dropped down a little bit, boys. That's not exactly how it works. I mean, I know that's not necessarily the point he's making, but that's kind of what it sounds like. Let's scroll down a little bit more. We'll just take one or two more and then we'll end it here. Honestly, for how rowdy and literally large the guy is, you'd think he'd have some sort of plan from Oda. I mean, what's he planning for Enel's return and having a combo attack with Luffy and Urouge? Honestly though, if I were to be on a different crew, aside from the Straw Hats, he's rivaling for the number 2 spot. You'd want to be on his crew? If I were to be on a different crew, aside from the Straw Hats, I'd be... Some of these posts kind of leave me like lost for words. Out of every crew we've met on One Piece, like if the Straw Hats were not the main characters, Urouge's crew would be your number 2 pick. Forget all the crews out there, man. Like, I want to be on Urouge's crew. This crew seems lit. Honestly, I kind of want to be on Buggy's crew. It just seems so fun. But maybe that's a bad answer too. But at least we know more about them. At least most of those characters are named, right? Like we know his core group. Urouge, man, I don't even know if he has a crew, to be honest. He just has like 5 random people following him. Let's be real. We all wonder what it would look like if we went full raging berserk against an opponent, literally just holding nothing back and unleashing his full strength in a fight. I'm thinking something similar to All Might fighting All for One. Honestly, I don't even think he's All Might level. Like, I mean, I know it's 2 different animes, but dude, All Might, I don't even like my hero, bro. I don't like my hero. And I think All Might could slap Urouge. No offense, man. Holy crap. Oh, wow, we're at the end of the page anyways. All right, so I guess this is the last one. Only character from the Sky Islands currently on the ground, and we barely know anything about him. What interest does a cloud dude have being a pirate? Urouge has also had by far the least screen time out of the Supernovas. Even Jewelry Bonnie has had more appearances with her Blackbeard encounter and cover story. Pretty sure Oda has something in mind for him. Hyped to see what he'll do. Yes, I am really hyped to see what Oda does with Urouge. The only problem with Urouge not being tied to Elbaf or, you know, Blackbeard or something important to the story is that it would be a completely different side story. Like, Urouge has to tie in to some major villain at some point, whether it be Elbaf, Blackbeard, Shanks, for example. Like, he has to be here soon. One Piece is like 60-70% done. Urouge has to make his appearance pretty soon, and it has to be good. I really don't think he's gonna bring in the return of Enel Enel's cover story is so wacky and it's so canon that it would kind of break the universe a little bit, right? If Enel came back with his robot army from the moon, like what would anybody think? Like, what would the world government think about that? Imagine Sengoku's reaction saying, what the heck is that? Like, not even Imu-sama, the guy from the Void Century, would know what the heck is going on. That is the problem with Enel so far. Unless the One Piece or Laugh Tale is tied to the moon, somehow, I cannot see Enel making a comeback, which is very sad to say. I love Enel so much. But anyways, guys, what do you think about this video? What do you think about all the comments I've made? Do you agree with me, or do you actually think I'm wrong? Do you think Urouge is mad hype? Do you think he's part of the D clan? Let me know in the comments down below, or if you even think Enel will come back into the story, which I think I'll make a separate video about. And last but not least, what do you think about these videos where I just pick a random One Piece subreddit post and just kind of go off about it and talk about it and talk about the comments? Because I think this is kind of fun. It's definitely something we can interact with, and there's no lack of content, so cheers for that. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like the video down below to let me know to make more of these videos. Other than that, please follow me on Twitter, Twitch, or Instagram. Mainly Twitter and Twitch. That one means a lot to me. I don't really post much, and I don't really stream too much, but I kind of want to in the future, so if you want to help me with that, feel free to follow, but if you don't want to, I understand. With that being said, my name is Sai, and thanks for watching. See ya.